Mademoiselle and ça c'est deuxième Chanel ouais. And jodi nous allons parler de l'autre qualité mais blue. Different types of mermaids that you can find around the world. Now shout out to one of my very special subscribers, Rejoice. She suggested this video and honestly I did not know that I was going to go down the rabbit hole of discovering different types of water spirits, water people, and of course mermaids. You guys absolutely love these videos, so I'm very happy to announce that I am going to be doing a special dedicated video on each one of the mermaids that I mentioned in this video. And on top of that, if you guys do not follow me on Instagram, which to be honest I should have way more followers on Instagram, go follow me on Instagram. Sign up fit miss on me. Y'all just don't like me. I be posting dance videos, I be posting motivational quotes, I be posting Q&As. Like that's how y'all really find out what the fuck is going on. A lot of my video ideas come from you guys when y'all be DMing me and shit. Of course, get video suggestions. You know, if you want to, you can just, you know, go down below and do that too. But like for real, like if y'all really want to talk to me or whatever, follow me on Instagram, follow me on Twitter, Facebook, Figgy Live. You know bagay sayo because it la tout differe. You feel me, alright? Follow me on Instagram, you feel me, alright? So on Instagram or whatever the case may be, if you guys do not know, I am looking for people who are local to me, or if you're not local to me, to go live on here with me. It's gonna be a series that I want to start that are here to tell stories about mermaids or just voodoo or spiritual types of experiences, whether it's about aliens, mermaids, voodoo, anything under the sun, because I just feel like it's very, very interesting to hear different people's aspects of life. You know, I think maybe you guys might be getting bored of just my stories. Okay, probably not, right? But if you guys ever want to come on my platform, whether virtually or in person, I am in the New Jersey area. Whether you're in New Jersey, Pennsylvania, or Connecticut, I will come to you. Let me know, okay? Just make sure you guys shoot me an email or again DM me on Instagram and we can hook it up, we can set it up. Shout out to the people who have already contacted me, and of course if you guys really would like to support me, I do have a Patreon now. Oh my god, yes, new super Patreon. Thank you guys so much for everyone who has already supported me. If you can't support me, it's okay, I already understand. We are now in very trying times, but if you guys are not aware, Patreon is a website where you guys can support me by giving a few dollars a month. There's different tiers and I give exclusive content and or membership access for different things. There's going to be exclusive videos on there that will not be on this platform. It is open for all of my channels. I just decided to have a dedicated space where everyone can be on there. I will really appreciate it if you guys support me on there. Cheapest tier is $3, most expensive tier is $15. Thank you in advance if you do decide to join. So get your tea, get your snacks, get your cremas, get your pistache mbakone. This might be a long one. Understand, I can't say nothing right, y'all. And understand, I'm talking about numerous different cultures, and I did not have time to look up how to say every single thing correct. So I apologize in advance. I can't even say most things in Creole correctly, so I apologize. I'm sorry. So like I said, this was a rabbit hole, and I'm very shocked that there's so many different types of mermaids and water people and water spirits that I've never even heard of. So I will be doing a dedicated video on every single one of these water spirits that I mentioned. I'm not touching on every single one. I had to skip a few because the list just kept going on and on and on. So we're just gonna touch on, I guess, the most popular ones. I'm going to link my sources down below. I don't care where you're from, comment down below where you're from, comment your stories, and most importantly, what are the water spirits, water people, or mermaids from your country. Now of course in the US and Canada we just have regular mermaids for centuries, okay? Since the dawn of time there has been talk of mermaids, and in our culture, American Western culture, mermaids have always said to be beautiful. Most people are very fascinated about mermaids because for us we see them as beautiful, wonderful creatures that bring us good luck, prosperity, and honestly we want to live with the mermaids. We want to see a mermaid. We want to discover what the mermaids do. However, in many other cultures, they're terrified of mermaids. They don't want to see a mermaid because mermaids are oftentimes literally the last thing they see before they're brought to their demise. And that brings us to Middle and Latin American countries in South America. And that's where we have the Iora. I hope I'm saying that correct. We have it on the screen. Milagros, my editor, is actually from Argentina, therefore I'm sure she knows a lot about this. Now, Yvana is a very interesting mermaid, very similar to what a lot of you may know as Medlo, as those of you who are Haitian who are watching this channel, as well as Mami Wata. Yvana is a very terrifying mermaid not to be played with. Honestly, I don't understand why I never heard about this mermaid, but many people who are of Hispanic or Spaniard type of heritage know all about this mermaid. Now, Yvana, like I said, is not to be played with. She is known for literally luring men to their deaths, causing numerous shipwrecks, and to be honest with you, there's been lots of people who say that Yvana is literally the reason for their loved ones being pulled underwater, literally never coming back. This is because Yvana is very beautiful, okay? You can see Yvana sitting on rocks with a fish tail or even a dolphin, and you know, she looks very beautiful, brushing her hair, and anyone who sees her will be thoroughly distracted just by her beauty. And she does not have to kidnap you. You will want to go with her. This is because most of her victims are men, and it's not one of those things where she just snatches you and, you know, whatever makes you a slave. You willingly want to live with her. And it's crazy because most people don't come back. From what I understand and from what people have told me, there are no stories from what I know. Comment down below if you have any stories, because I'd love to hear it. Like, I'd love to hear stories of like people coming back, because from Metlo and Haitian mermaids, usually there's stories of people coming back. Aura, ain't nobody coming back because you willingly want to go. But in retrospect, Aura has a very dark side, just like La Sirene, Medlo, in situations that we've heard where, yeah, she can strike you dead at any given moment. There's stories of Aura literally taking people's lives in the snap of a finger, especially if they try to harm her or anything else in the water. Now, Aura actually comes from a Tupin or a Tupin. I believe it's Tupin. Aura originates from Tupi mythology, and her hair and her name means Lady of the Lake. Usually she has copper skin and green hair, and of course she wouldn't be a mermaid if she didn't sing. They all sing for the most part, and it's so interesting how a lot of these mermaids have very similar characteristics. It just makes me think like they all just cousins, just like, I mean, I don't think all humans are cousins, but like we're all kind of like the same species, right? Human. I believe water people, mermaids, everything under the water are at the end of the day related in a sense. Like I feel like they're all the same in a way, right? Now, when it comes to Ayada, either she keeps them as slaves or she drowns and eats them. So there's that. Now off to Europe, we have Ireland, where they have merrows or merfolk. A little bit different than mermaids, but about the same concept. Now these creepy, okay? Really creepy. Green skin, seaweed hair, and to be honest with you, they take human form. These can walk on land. So to be honest with you, could be on a train right now, okay? Those of you in Ireland, shit, because they have a magical cloak. The name of the cloak is called a Cole Helene Druid. These enunciations is killing me, okay? And basically it's a magical cap or a magical cloth. This is how they're able to conceal their identity. And once that shit come off, they're able to look just like us and walk among us. Ain't that some crazy shit? Now there's lots of legends and lots of stories about them mating with humans and having kids, and most of the stories usually entail them only coming back to the earth for maybe a day or so out of the year and then going back to the water. But there's been numerous stories of them just staying here forever. So I know y'all got stories. This is some scary ass shit. Now this I actually genuinely do believe, because of course if you guys have not watched my videos on Lugaus, we know that Lugaus definitely do walk among us, especially in the Haitian culture. There's Lugaus everywhere. They call them shapeshifters to make life easier, but it's not technically a shapeshifter. Those of you guys who are from New Orleans, that's also what they call them, but it's not a shapeshifter. We just call them shapeshifters to make life easier, but it's not. They're basically like bird-like humans that turn into animals at night and they feast on baby blood. Go watch my video on Lugaus, okay? It's similar, but mermaid, merrow, pretty much merrows, or in this situation in Ireland, they're not always murderous. For for the most part, they just kind of live among us in a sense. Now, what's interesting with them is they have to usually find their cloth or their cloak or their cap, whatever you want to call it, in order to return to the sea. If for whatever reason it is lost or stolen, it's a wrap for them. They ain't going back. Now for a very long time, fishermen held them as very bad luck. They were extremely like held as, oh my god, if you see one, if you come across one, like they're really, really bad luck. But like I said, there's lots of people that do have kids with them. Now you guys are like, hey, no, Yvana, like you talking some bullshit, this some Harry Potter shit. Believe what you want. But I think it's very ignorant to believe that we're the only people on earth. Like who the fuck are we, God? Like there's so many other things that are here, okay? So many other things. You just gotta open your mind. Now to Russia. I understand we don't like the Russians right now, but this one's a very sad one. We have the Ruzalks. Again, I'm probably not saying that right, but on the screen. This is a very depressing one, and this also probably ties into Loa, angel, guardian angel, and other type of spiritual type of theories. Ruzalks are actually said to be water spirits or mermaids that are the spirits of women who have passed on tragically. Typically who have died a grisly death before a wedding or by drowning, be it by suicide or by an attacker. And it's very interesting because a lot of people think that most people who have passed on, such as ancestors or things like that, have become our protectors. These people are our guardian angels. These people are Loas, which in most cases, a lot of Loa were actually people, or Rishas were actually people. It's very interesting how the Russian theory of mermaids, in a sense, the Ruzalks are mermaids. It's scary to think, terrifying. They're not all not jolly as one might think. Of course, when you see them, they're very, very pale. They have long green hair, which is associated with them being underwater for so long, especially if they're associated with having very, very grisly deaths and some being killed by being drowned. And many of them are often sighted seen dancing under the moon in the dark. Oftentimes, if people are out at night and you're not supposed to in certain parts of the woods or by bodies of water, they're known to call out young men by their names. God, if you're in Russia and you know you're not supposed to be out and you by bodies of water and you by the lake, you know, you in the woods or some shit and you hear some bullshit calling your name, don't answer. Because if you answer, you might not come back. I'm dead serious, you might not come back. It's not funny, it's not a game, it's not a joke. You might not come back. There's been many popular poems, stories, even books written on men who have went to live underwater with Ruzalks, who've gotten kidnapped by Ruzalks and stuff like that. It's very, very interesting. I can't wait to make a video on this because a lot of people think it's ghosts, while a lot of people think they're actual mermaids, and some people think it's just a Ruzalk, which, I mean, same thing, right? Very interesting theory. I would love to hear your stories on that, all right? Whew, that's really sad. I don't know. I feel like that's very plausible, right? Like people die and then they just become water spirits. That's very scary. That's very depressing. Rest in peace to those women. Now we are on to Scotland. Of course, there's similar legends to like selkies. Now, I believe I touched on selkies in a video, but if not, that's definitely going to be a dedicated video. But they're more like water people, but I believe they also do have a mermaid, more like a mermaid type of situation over there as well. But they also have that whole situation of shedding their skin at night and dancing by the moon. Let me just tell you this right now, none of y'all have any business walking around at night by the water like y'all living la vida loca and y'all ain't got no parents and y'all ain't got no man and y'all ain't got no wife and y'all ain't got nothing to fucking do and y'all ain't got no home, okay? Stop going on out at night like y'all ain't got shit to do, okay? Because y'all might get kidnapped by a mermaid. And I know it sounds appealing to go out at night and live la vida loca and have your hot boy, hot girl summer, but you might get snatched up by a selkie, by a Ruzal, by a Rarora, by a Medlo, by buy a mami wata, buy anything that you don't want, okay? And a lot of people find it interesting. Oh, I want to see what's under the sea. Under the sea. You know you don't. You really don't, okay? Don't let Little Mermaid fool you, alright? Down here is wetter. Down here is better. Take it from me. Don't listen to that fucking song. Now, in Greece, the Greek people have naiads. Beautiful. Gorgeous. Probably the prettiest mermaids of the bunch. Think Instagram baddie, but in mermaid form, okay? Think Peter Pan Mermaids is 1953. Bad as shit. Mischievous. Jealous as hell. Jealous tendencies. They want all the attention. They crazy. They're responsible for numerous shipwrecks, okay? They're responsible sinking ships, all that. You don't want to be involved, okay? In German and Scandinavian mythology, you have the Nok, and that's in singular form. Noken in plural form. You guys probably never heard of this, because I never heard of the Noken or the Nok. Child. Nuts. Now, a lot of the mermaids tend to lure men, okay? Most of the time, men are the people that have to genuinely worry about mermaids. But these mermaids, women and children, us, Timon, kids, we really have to be careful for them. So these mermaids, they like to play the violin. They talented, okay? They muses, all right? They play violins to lure in their prey. And what's even worse, these mermaids are usually male. They're not female. So you might be thinking you watching Babe Watch. But for you think, oh, what is sassy? What is sassy behind mermaid in the water? Nah, bruh. Nah, bruh. It's a mermaid. They try to kill you, lure you in with the little. Nah, bro, run, okay? A Noken is very, like, terrifying, and they can kill you in a split second. Sometimes they do kill men, but most of the time it's women and children. So, if God forbid you just happen to be in Germany, Scandinavia, anywhere around that area, be careful! By la you. Oh my God. There's lots of poems about the Noken. They nuts. I ain't got time for the Noken. I don't want no smoke. No smoke, no smoke. France. Now, of course, we've seen French mermaids. Starbucks. Starbucks logo. Now, funny enough, the French mermaid or whatever is actually a real mermaid. Now, the Starbucks mermaid is actually Melusine. Now, I hope I'm saying that correctly, but she is the daughter of a fairy and King Elinas of Albany. Doing just as her mother did, she typically leaves her nobleman husband once he breaks his oath to not spy on her as he takes a shower because no one can see her in her true form as a mermaid. Very, very interesting how Starbucks chose to use that as their logo. I would love to know why. I'm sure I could find out by Googling it, but I don't care to do that. So if someone could just comment down below, that'd be nice. Now on to the Middle East. We have Kilikitu. Kilitu. I can't say nothing right. I should literally get a shirt that says I can't say nothing right, which translated means fish woman. Now Kilitu is basically a monster in their culture. They basically think that fish woman or their mermaid or fish person in a sense is a monster, and the way they depict it is basically human torso, head of a human, but the bottom of a fish, as most other depictions are as well. I couldn't find much about this one. I couldn't find if they were dangerous, if they weren't dangerous. I haven't seen anybody talk about getting killed. So comment down below if you're from the Middle East and you know anything about the Kilitu. That sounds like maybe they don't kill people. I'm sitting here making a song out of it. My condolences to anyone that's been killed by a Kilitu. I can't say that shit. Some of these things is very hard to find online. It'd be nice to find people in real life that I can talk to. Now, of course, to Africa. Mama Africa, we have Mami Wata. Mami Wata. We already know about Mami Wata. There's not much to really talk about concerning Mami Wata. Mami Wata is definitely connected to Yemawe. Yemawe? I think I'm saying it right now. You guys corrected me. She is a water spirit and basically the mother of all water, which can also be connected to Metlo, Lasien in Haitian culture. And also we have have Agwe, who's the father of the water in Haitian culture as well. We're definitely going to be doing a dedicated video on Mami Wata. I have no idea why I haven't done a dedicated video on Mami Wata yet. I don't know what the fuck I've been doing, but it's definitely coming very, very soon because, oh my god, I absolutely love it. But Mami Wata is a little bit different from other mermaids. She is literally half human and half serpent. And it's very interesting because a lot of people definitely demonize Mami Wata because of this, because we all know snakes and Christianity don't mix, okay? Most African and Haitian people, or any foreign person, okay, that is Christian, is terrified of a serpent, okay? My mom don't even like where I wear my snake belt buckle. It's my favorite belt, okay? My little snake belt buckle, I wear that shit. They be terrified, okay? Any Christian see a snake painting, a snake on TV, you even say they're like, hey, oh no, that shit. Like, nigga, it's not that fucking serious. Like, it's insane. Like, Christians are terrified of snakes, especially those that are like insanely Christian and are not open to other people's beliefs, right? So when it comes to this whole like situation, Mami Wata is even worse than La Sirène, okay? Because La Sirène is just depicted as like half water, spirit, half human, half fish. But then you go to Mami Wata and it's like, oh, she's half snake demon. Like, it's insane. So I can't wait to get into that. But Mami Wata is also very, very similar to what you've heard about La Sirène. Very, very beautiful, very, very nice, luring men to their deaths, but has a very, very nice side and a very, very scary, evil, vindictive side. She's said to have done very, very good things for people, but she's also said to have done really, really horrible things. So it's gonna be fun to tap into that, but I'm gonna save that for the video, of course. Now to New Zealand, we have the Maori. Now this mermaid is more like a sea monster, and this one, the stories are abundant. Now this one right here is known as the Maraki Hau, and what's really scary about this is their skin is faintly resembles like a seal. And to be honest, I was like, this kind of sounds like some smaller Loch Ness type shit, but the Loch Ness hasn't really attacked people from what I remember, right? And it's scary because they said that their skin is really, really thick. They have a lot of hair that kind of looks like sea kelp. I don't know. I'm like, why are y'all considering this a mermaid? But I mean, hey, it's on the list of mermaids that I've seen, so I guess we gonna talk about it. They said that this mermaid is kind of like a male. It's not female at all, and they have a really, really long tongue that can suck up lots of fish and can destroy boats. They have linked this creature to like destroying lots of property, so I don't know how this is not considered like a sea creature and they consider it a mermaid. I feel like they just want to blame mermaids for everything. Now to Asia. I've already done my video on the Nino. You guys can feel free to go down below and go check it out. I absolutely love that video, so we're not going to really touch on the Nino really because it's a little video on it. Go check it out. But let's go to Cambodios. In Hindu mythology, there is a princess called, and Jesus Christ, I have to read this off my phone, Suvarnabhumika. That wasn't horrible. And that stands for the Golden Mermaid. That's a really nice name. It's so damn long, but woo child. And basically, they tried to spoil Hanuman's plan to build a bridge in Sri Lanka. But instead, she fell in love with the Lord of Celibacy and ended up marrying him. When they got married, they had a baby named Maku. I hope I'm saying that right. Also became half human, half fish. China has a lot of half human, half fish types of mythology, and that's gonna be a very, very probably that might have to be a series within itself. China just has a lot of like child mythology, and a lot of their stories, of course, have life lessons and stuff, and that's probably why a lot of people don't necessarily tap into it, because they just think a lot of it's fake just to teach people lessons and da 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 da. And I can't blame them. I feel like there's probably some truth to them. There has to be some sort of truth. I feel like with Greek mythology, that's probably why a lot of people think a lot of it's not true, because a lot of it is just like so damn like orchestrated. So I hope you guys enjoyed all of those. That is it, and I really, really hope you guys all subscribed. If you're new, make sure you do check if you think you're subscribed, because YouTube be playing games like everybody's channels. Alright, make sure you guys keep the description box for all the information that you guys consistently ask me about down below. Subscribe to the other 2 channels. The main channel where I do rants, reactions, and commentaries based on Black social issues. And the 3rd channel where I do personal content and talk about my personal life, okay? So, I can't wait to see you guys next time. Like, share, subscribe, get the merchandise. What y'all waiting for? And I'ma see y'all next time. Bye! Oh shit! It get on the Patreon. The fuck? I forgot.